So in this situation, Tom's hot water heater stopped working, so he needs to buy a new one. He works for minimum wage, which means he does not have a lot of extra money left over. In fact, after paying all his monthly bills, he has $35 in what we call disposable income. This is money that's left over after paying things such as your mortgage or your rent, your car payments, your bills, your food. This is what you have left over to have for non-essentials. Now, Tom does have a credit card. It's unused. It charges 18.7% compounded daily. And he's called the water heater company, and they've given him two options. One, he could lease it from the utility company for $17.25 per month, which includes parts and service. So if anything ever breaks down on it, it's covered. The company comes out and they deal with it. He could buy it directly from them for $712.99 plus an installation fee of $250, and he could afford to pay no more than $35 each month. So the costs associated with buying and leasing, well, with buying, the main cost that is not included is maintenance. So if anything does go wrong with this water heater, it would be on Tom to actually get it fixed and have to pay for it himself. With leasing, he just has to worry about the $17.25 monthly payment, and if anything goes wrong with it, he calls the company and they fix it and they don't charge him anything. So what do you recommend for Tom? Well, that depends on how you view Tom's situation. He needs the water heater. That is non-negotiable. So he will have to pay some money for it. If he leases it, it's $17.25 a month. If he buys it, he puts it on his credit card and he has some options for how to pay it. However, we do need to consider the actual math behind this. So for the credit card, he will be paying $712.99 plus the installation fee, which would mean he would be paying $962.99 for this water heater. If we're going to work out the length of payments on this, that would be his present value. We know the interest on this credit card is 18.7%. We do not know how many payments Tom is going to make on this. We do not know the payment amount yet. We will figure that out. Final value will be 0 because he'll pay this off. Payments per year will be 12. You pay a credit card monthly. And compounds per year, 365 because this is compounded daily. Now, we can work question C into this, supposing that the life expectancy of a water heater is 8 years. If we work under that assumption, Tom will be paying monthly for 8 years. 12 times 8 would be 96 payments. So we can flip over to the calculator and work out what his monthly payment would be in this case. Get to the TVM solver, apps, finance, here, entering in what we know, quitting out, going back into the finance apps, determining his payment amount. So his payment amount in this case would be $19.49 per month. In this case, the lease would actually be a better option because if this hot water heater does die after 8 years, he'd be ahead a couple of bucks a month. And considering that he only has $35, a couple of bucks could go a long way. We could have worked this out differently. We could have figured out the minimum payment on his credit card and gone at it that way, figuring out how many payments he would have to make, comparing that to the 8 years. Or we could have said, Tom's going to pay $17.25 on his credit card each month to make the equivalent of the lease payment and work out how long it's going to take. If we did that, if we said the payment was $17.25 per month, then it would be logical to assume that he would make more than 96 payments on it since he's paying less every month. So in this case, dealing with the money, the lease is actually the better option. Tom doesn't have to worry about an installation fee. He also doesn't have to worry about maintenance, because not included in this $19.49 per month is any repair costs that are associated with this water heater. If it does break down, he has to come up with that money. If it breaks down under the lease, he doesn't. So in this case, not only does the finance work out that the lease is the better option, but also given Tom's situation, it actually works out situationally that the lease is likely the better option.